Hey Canucks fans, it is Canucks game day. They look for their third straight win under Bruce Boudreau, and the house cleaning of the front office continues. I'm Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Friday, December the 10th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. As always, this vlog brought to you by Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions. And by Van City Experts Real Estate Group. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Thanks to everyone who joined me for my relatively impromptu. I scheduled it, but it was still unscheduled, if that makes sense. My impromptu, unplanned is a better way of putting it. Live stream last night to talk about Jim Rutherford being hired as the Canucks president of hockey operations, the interim assistant general manager, and he's already put a stamp on the organization. But I'll talk about that in a second. Let's preview tonight's game first. I'll be going tonight with Jason of Van City Experts Real Estate Group, so looking forward to watching the game with him. Looking forward to seeing the Canucks go for their third straight win under head coach Bruce Boudreau. They defeated the LA Kings 4-0 on Monday, defeated the Boston Bruins 2-1 on Wednesday night. Now it's against a Winnipeg team that they beat back on November 19th, 3-2. For the Canucks, the biggest change is Travis Hamonic is going to be out. Sounds like he's going to be out for 2 or 3 weeks. Sounds like OEL is going to be out for another week. So OEL didn't start last game though, but Hamonic did. So it sounds like Brad Hunt will be coming in to the lineup. So we could only guess about the line combinations and the pairings because although they practiced today, they didn't do line rushes. They focus a lot on defense and breakouts and defensive coverage. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that without 2 of their top 4 defensemen in OEL and Hamonic. So this is how I'm guessing the Canucks are going to line up tonight. Just a guess because Boudreau did change his lineup between Monday and Wednesday. But if they keep the same forwards as Wednesday night, then you have Horvat not with Pearson anymore. It's Horvat, Dickinson, and Hoglander. It's Miller, Besser, and Pearson. Then Pedersen and Podkolzin and Garland, and then Mott, Lamico, and Chason. Let me try that again. So it's Horvat with Dickinson and Hoglander, Miller with Besser and Pearson, Petey with Podkolzin and Garland, and then Mott, Lamico, and Chason. The extra likely to be Justin Dowling once again. On D, yes, Noah Juleson was called up from Abbotsford, but he won't be playing tonight. It's Brad Hunt instead. So my guess is it's going to be Shen with Myers again. Then it'll be Hughes with Pullman, and then a third pairing of Burrows and Hunt. Yeah, that's my guess. And then I think Boudreau will ride his top 4 of Hughes, Shen, Myers, and Pullman, and then Burrows and Hunt will get less minutes. That's my guess at least. And then Thatcher, Demko in goal. Yeah, looking forward to the game. Good vibe in the arena, I presume, after 2 straight wins. I'm predicting a 5-3 Canucks win and Connor Garland scoring the first Canucks goal. So 5-3, a bit of a departure from my 4-2, but I'm going 5-3 Canucks with Connor Garland scoring the first goal. Let me know your prediction, score prediction, and first Canucks goal scorer in the comments down below. Okay, the biggest news off ice is the house cleaning continues with 2 prominent Canucks executives being fired today, being let go. One of them is Chris Gear. He was the assistant general manager, and the other one was Jonathan Wall, senior director of hockey operations and analytics. So these are 2 guys that have been really pulling a lot of the weight or pulling their weight or pulling the rope, whatever the analogy is. With no president right now, they've been part of Jim Benning's crew. And I think Jonathan Wall's been with the team for over 20 years. I think Chris Gear for 12 years. So that's a lot of experience going out the door. But I don't think this is a Jim Rutherford decision. I think this is likely something that Aquilini was already looking at because Rutherford's only been hired for a day. At least they announced it yesterday. I don't know if he's even in town yet. So unless he had some amazing intel and made the decision on his own, my guess is Aquilini is starting to kind of, at least he spoke into it at least and talked about the need. I can see the need for a fresh change. So if Benning is gone, Weisbrod's gone, then Chris Gear was probably the next to go as another assistant GM, and then Jonathan Wall, who's probably part of that upper management as well. they're both surprising in a little bit because in different ways. Because Chris Gear, I think I know I've been talking about him a lot. He's been credited with doing a lot of the contracts, the extensions of RFAs, and doing some really good work that way. And he was mentioned before they announced the hiring of Jim Rutherford. Chris Gear was talked in the same breath as Smeal, Ryan Johnson, and the Sedins, and Chris Gear is the five of them, right? Smeal, Johnson, the Sedins, and Chris Gear were supposed to be this leadership team that we're going to kind of lead by committee as the Canucks find their next GM. Well, something changed, or maybe they just said that so it didn't look too crazy. But 5 days later, Chris Gear is now out. Jonathan Wall, he wasn't mentioned in that upper leadership group, but I think Stan Smeal mentioned him as recently as 2 or 3 days ago. So it's still a surprise to see him go as well. I know people that know both those guys. I've listened to at least Chris Gear on the radio, and I know that they have pretty good reputations. And like I said, over 30 years of experience walking out the door. So I'm surprised, admittedly, at this change, but I'm not necessarily sitting here and saying it's a bad change. You can see what Rutherford wants to do if that was his call, or what Aquilini might want to do if that was his call, or maybe a combination is Rutherford wants to build his own leadership team. And if so you might say, well, then how come he's keeping Smeal and the Sedins? Well, I think you do a lot of damage if you fire those guys. Sedins, they just started, and Smeal as a lifetime Canuck. But it'll be interesting to see when the story comes out exactly what was the exact time frame. You got to believe that this was in the works for a little bit and simply not a Rutherford decision in the last 24 hours, especially if he hasn't even taken the time to meet with them. To me, this sounds like, or feels like, Aquilini suggesting, and Rutherford's probably agreeing that, or at least wanting Rutherford to be able to hire his own guys as part of, at least not all, but at least some of his management team. All right, Canucks fans, so leave a comment down below. Let me know your score prediction. Let me know your first goal scorer, and let me know if you're surprised at the firings of Chris Gear and Jonathan Wall. And if you might even say, well, I don't even know what they did, and that's fine. You can be honest that way. But again, Chris Gear was assistant general manager. I know he did a lot of work with the contracts that we see, that we've seen players sign, and then Jonathan Wall, Senior Director of Hockey Operations and Analytics. So a lot of the analytics department and a lot of the work that we saw, we didn't see, but was behind the scenes, I'm sure, when it came to analytics, stats, and player tracking. Maybe that was some of the things that Jonathan Wall was involved in. So let me know in the comments below. Would love to know your thoughts. Shout out to my hero members: Nucks fan number 29, Justin Credible, Lucas Gates, and Andrew Chang. Hall of Fame members: Jens 95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Carol Bovelander, and HSM Fangirl Gaming. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or in my videos, or the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. And on Sunday night's live stream, I'll be announcing a brand new membership tier, and I'll also be announcing a new initiative that I'm going to be involved in over the Christmas holidays. I can't wait to share news about both, and that will be on Sunday night. Okay, friends, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member of the channel, or upgrade if you'd like to, and leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Score prediction: 5-3. First Canucks goal scorer, Connor Garland, and your thoughts on the departures of Chris Gear and Jonathan Wall. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Enjoy the day, enjoy tonight's Canucks game. God bless, and go Canucks go.